Hey everyone, Happy New Year. I am super excited for 2022. Are you? I wanted to jump on here. Number one, to wish you a Happy New Year. Number two, to thank you for being in my connections, in my network, being associated with me here on social media. But I wanted to share something that kind of came to my mind this morning when I made a huge mistake. And that is, so often we get hung up in perfection and we're trying to build this expert brand, right? We're trying to really stand out and we want to be seen for the expert that we are, to build authority and build credibility. And then you go and do something kind of stupid. Well, this morning I had client calls back to back, and I wanted to shoot out an email to all of the people that are on my email list, which is several thousand. And I wanted to just really talk about building their brand. And I wanted to give 6 tips on building their brand. And I always send the email to myself before I ever send it out because I don't know, it's like gremlins when it goes through, the atmosphere. And all of a sudden, you don't think there are any mistakes, you don't think there are any typos, you think everything looks great. And then you send the email to yourself, and when you open it up and read it, you see things that you did not see when you were creating the email. Have you ever done that? Well, so this morning, I'm sending out this email, I'm getting ready to hop on client calls, and I was in a hurry and I did not send it to myself. And when I looked at the email later, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I had actually 3 or 4 typos. Very embarrassing, but it made me start thinking about the fact that we hold ourselves back like this. If someone wants to unsubscribe on my email list, even though I gave really valuable content because I had some typos or because I made some mistakes, then to me, that says more about them than it does about me. And I wanted to encourage you to not always think you have to be perfect. We are human, we are busy, we have a lot going on in our lives, in our business, and everything is not always going to be perfect. And I know for a lot of people, I mean, if I could have taken that email back and fixed it, I would have, but I couldn't. And I know that most of the people that open that email probably aren't even going to see this, but I felt like this was a teachable moment because we stop ourselves so often in our tracks, and we really stop our success because we worry about things like that. And the truth is, in the big spectrum of things, it's not going to matter, right? It's one email. I send out several a month. So I want you to just encourage you that it's not about perfection. When you're building your brand, when you're putting yourself out there, when you're doing bigger and bolder, braver things, don't worry about perfection. Do your very best. Things are going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. Technology's not going to work the way you want it to, and you're going to make mistakes. But at the end of the day, we're all human, right? And so I, number one, want to encourage you not to get hung up on people that might have typos and things like that. Look, I get it all the time from even gurus. People doing billions of dollars a year will have typos in their emails or they make mistakes and they just don't worry about it. They just go on and they do business. And that is what I want to encourage of you in 2022. I want to encourage you to just be bold, be brave, do big things, take big actions, big steps, and do business. And don't worry about perfection. Perfection can stop you in your tracks and it will keep you from growth all the time. Just do it. Just do it, as Nike says. So I hope this is helpful. You all have an amazing rest of the day and Happy New Year. Go crush it in your business in 2022. And by the way, if you're not part of my Facebook group for coaches, consultants, and experts scaling, I want to invite you to get into that group. I'll drop the link below the video because Friday I'm doing a live training in there on 3 things to help you 3 times your business growth in your for 2022. So get into that group right now. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye-bye.